Greetings and welcome to Nathan Lyle Official. If you've never seen my face in a video before, my name is Nathan Lyle. This is my personal channel where I do vlogs, reviews, and anything else that catches my fancy. If you're watching this, you're very likely from the Naked Army, and so I wasn't 100% sure whether or not I would actually do a video. I mean, for this week's topic, I was thinking about it and I wasn't sure I had the answer, but in light of recent events, I felt like I would at least share the thoughts that I do have, even though I haven't necessarily formulated a complete opinion. And on the one hand, I definitely understand where people come from, where it's like, you can't be friends with your fans because, it's the power dynamic and stuff like that. But to be fair, every relationship has some sort of power dynamic. And, there's, uh, like I was talking to a friend about that the other day, how she talks about how she always ends up feeling like the man in the relationship. She tends to have that effect on guys. And I was like, well, more than likely, it's just that those are the type of guys that you're attracted to and who are attracted to you. Alphas and betas naturally draw each other in because the betas need their alphas. And so, long story short, there's a power dynamic to just about every relationship. Every group you find, there's always an alpha, usually. And so, yeah, so I don't think it's necessarily about the power dynamic as much as it is, I guess, expectations, because a lot of the time when it comes to fandoms, especially those hardcore fans, they don't look at the person like that. They idolize them. They don't necessarily look at them as a human being as much as they look at them as like a god in some way. So at the very least, a goal that they want to obtain. And I think in most cases you have fandoms where they don't even really want to be friends, not in the normal sense of friendship, like where hey, two people just hang out for no reason because they're bored and they have free time on Tuesday. Let's get some coffee together, sort of thing. So yeah, I guess in that sense, it's definitely not advised to hang out with someone who's like a die-hard fan. But that doesn't mean it's impossible to maintain a healthy relationship with somebody who considers himself a fan of your work, if you are some sort of artist or whatever. It's just, one of those things where, I guess definitely have to take precautions. And also, for those of people who are at the top, I mean, when you've got millions of people who are, paying your bills and spending all this money to see all your work, that definitely makes it harder. Cause like on YouTube, it blurs the line a little bit, but you still have those YouTubers like at the very top who have like 12 million subscribers. Like with Philip DeFranco, I 100% believe that he doesn't consider himself famous, that he thinks he is just a normal human being. But no, he's not. I mean, there's no way in hell he would give out his phone number to all his subscribers because that's just too many damn people texting him every day, and there's no way to keep up with that. But at the same time, like, you have, I mean, the thing about YouTube and social media is that it definitely helps bridge that gap a little bit. And when you spend years on end having an actual back and forth conversation with somebody, even if you consider yourselves their fan, it's hard to avoid a feeling of closeness. Like you're getting, like, you're there's the space between you guys gets smaller the more you get to know each other. We share things with you, you share things with us. Trisha, I don't know if you could consider us fans, but I would like to believe that we at least somewhat resemble a friendship like what we have. Cause like I'm not upset about you not inviting me to your wedding, of course, but I 100% expect you to tell us when you get pregnant. I mean, we might not be the very first people but I'll be damned if one day we just happen to see a 5-year-old running behind you and doing one of your vlogs and you're just like, oh yeah, I forgot to tell you guys I popped a few kids out a couple years ago. No big deal. There's it feels to me kind of like, I don't know, kind of like pen pals, or at the very worst, like high school friends. Like, you have these people that you see them every day, and if nothing else, out of convenience, you end up just forming this bond together. And even though you know that it's not going to really last, nothing permanent is going to come out of this, you're going to leave the school and never talk to any of them again. Why does that have to stop you from enjoying the conversation right now? And it's hard to avoid that feeling of closeness when you, like I said, when it's the give and the take. Because with Hollywood, especially in the old days before social media, it was just they were barely even people. They were these idols that we worshipped. And nowadays you've got YouTubers now where literally anyone can just make a video and get famous. And like, I'm not trying to belittle YouTubers, because like, it takes a lot of hard work to stay at the top, for years on end, to keep a million subscribers happy, and constantly producing like top quality video year after year. So to be one of the top YouTubers, it definitely takes a lot of passion and dedication. But what I mean by that is, it's like, the whole Ratatouille thing. The internet has definitely made it easier to be famous, in the sense that anyone can cook. Not everyone is going to be super famous, but a famous person can come from literally anywhere. So you see these people on YouTube, and they kind of feel like your next door neighbors, someone that you just bump into walking down the street. And then, you spend your years of your life supporting them, watching them grow as artists and as people. And with a lot of them, they'll put their personal lives on display. You'll see their relationships, the successes, the ones that fall apart. You just, you get to, they, like I said, they share things with you, you share things with them. It's hard to avoid that feeling of closeness. And then, it feels like more than just being a fan. You start to feel like an actual sense of caring. And like, in spite of recent events, with Christina Grimmie and what just happened to her, like, I didn't expect to cry half as much as I did. But like, I cried all last night. I was still crying a lot this morning. I found myself just going through a bunch of her old videos for 2 hours. Like, honestly, it's just, never even really had the chance to meet her in person. But for years of my life, watching every single video she posted, and I first discovered her, like, on accident. Like, I don't even remember how I got there. Just perusing through YouTube, and suddenly landed on Above All That Is Random. I started with number 4. That's when I got there. And suddenly, it doesn't feel like a celebrity died, because like, when Robin Williams died, I was sad. It was somebody that, meant a lot to my life. Obviously, he's been acting twice as long as I've been alive, and I spent most of my life watching every single movie he's ever made, and he had such a big influence on my life and who I am. Same thing with Whitney Houston. What happened to her during her life was so tragic, and when it ended, I was very sad to see her go. I loved her music so much. She's still my favorite singer. People like Prince and Bowie, they're all gone, but it didn't feel the same impact, because, though, you know, they didn't feel as close. These, just like I said, they were on a much higher pedestal. They seemed more like gods. They were just this unattainable dream. It doesn't always feel like a real person. When you sit there watching YouTube videos, I don't know, you get more of a feeling that there really is like an actual person behind that camera. I can sit here talking to this camera now, and I can sometimes imagine some of the faces of the people watching me, just sitting there, just all bright-eyed, just and attentive, and it actually is kind of scary. It's kind of why I have trouble, like, just staring straight into the camera. I want to look away because right behind this lens you can't see it, but you're sitting right there, and you're sitting right there. Like I just imagine the whole Naked Army sitting here watching this video. Jenny's right there, Julia's right there, Lawrence is over there, and you're all just sitting on my floor staring at me, and it's weird. How did you people get in my house? Yeah. It's just, I guess, at the end of the day, to your question, I don't have the answer. I think, and I think it's just, I think it's for you personally. You have to decide where you draw the line, and you have to hope for other people to respect that line, I guess is what I'm trying to say. I don't know. I'm tired. I'm dehydrated. I'm really just drained emotionally right now. So, yeah. Cause when Robin Williams died, when Prince died, they were celebrities who I admired, and it sucked to see them go. But with Christina, it felt like I lost a friend. And so yeah, it makes me sad, and it makes me sad too to think about the fact that, like, all of you guys who are watching, who I also watch, like, that makes me sad to think the thought of losing you guys too. So I think it definitely is a much greater sense of closeness than with the normal, I guess, fan base. The line has definitely been blurred, if nothing else. So yeah, I guess that's what I wanted to say on the subject. Team Grimmy rocks. And, to the next time you see me, my name is Nathan Lyle. Have a great day and a blessed life. Bye.